Republicans have a serious problem on their hands. You know what? Donald Trump left them with the title of insurrectionists, seditionists, unpatriotic. Think about that. The Republican Party that likes to go out there and preach patriotism attempted to overthrow the United States government. That is what we have. The ones that sing patriotism. And you know, we understand what the Republican politicians are going to go out there and do. They're going to try to start saying the false equivalence. We have the crazies on the left and we have the crazies on the right. Well, a lot of times they get away with it. A lot of the hosts usually let them get away with it. And I was kind of happy with Chuck Todd today. I want you to listen to this, and then let's take it on the other side.
The conservative echo chamber makes it nearly impossible for you to work across the aisle at times. I assume you get a lot of grief anytime you try to work with a Democrat by some of your constituents, no?
We do, but they respect, as I've stood in front of them in our town halls, and I still have support in our district across all spectrums of the conservative spectrum. They respect because they know who I am. They know where I stand. I deal with them genuinely and with my sincere beliefs. And they give me that leeway because they know I'm with them to the end when we agree. They also understand that I will compromise. And that what I'm compromising on is what we can find that common ground, 80%. Democrats are facing this same fight. Don't lose sight of this. I've talked to my Democratic colleagues at length. They are having this battle with their hard left. Extremism is what is at the root of this problem that is adding to this gridlock in Washington, and the fact that we can't get anything done because people sincerely don't want to come together and stand up to their extremes on both sides of the aisle.
I hear that, but whenever you hear both sides, you know, people get triggered by this, by just that phrase, both sides. And I kind of understand why at times, because it's sort of like, okay, you know, those on the left will argue, wait a minute. This guy over here, Trump's just triggering left and right. I mean, you look at that 1776 garbage he put out yesterday. These aren't the attempts to bring America together.
That was a missed opportunity. I just got asked by some of our local press on that. The missed opportunity of the Trump administration was that opportunity when we had economic records and before COVID-19, opportunity to bring the country together. And I recognize that. That's why I hope President Biden seizes on an opportunity when COVID-19 becomes history, bring the country together. But you're absolutely right. When we have the opportunity to heal the nation, we should use it and bring people together. And the rhetoric on the left, though, can be very divisive at the same time. And you and I shared the story that I experienced with a dead rat, with a brick, with 2 deaths of my children from the left that was left on my front step this last election cycle. It is on both sides of the aisle, Chuck, and it's not acceptable. And we both can agree that's not acceptable behavior in America.
There's no doubt, but there was only one side that tried to overthrow the Capitol. But I think that's where people get very, you know, hey, let's not share the blame immediately here. This got out of hand on the right.
Totally, absolutely correct on that.
There was only one side that tried to overthrow the Capitol. That is true. But look, they like to say hard left. There is no hard left in our Senate. There is no hard left in our Congress. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, they are not hard left. Rashida Tlaib, they're not hard left. The policies they support would have been mainstream in the 70s. And you know what we've done. You know how far we've fallen behind because we don't have types of policies, which would have gone through had there not been a Ronald Reagan. So let's be clear here. There is no far left in Congress. There is no far left in the Senate. There's no far left that we've ever run for anything. They have QAnon. They have all these people that follow these conspiracy theories that are currently members of the Senate and members of Congress. There is no equivalence there between the far right and those of us that are progressive. There is no equivalence. And it's good that he didn't do it forcefully, but it's good that Chuck Todd called it out. He didn't just let it stand. The only party that attempted to overthrow this government was the Republican Party. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.